Hey, Judge Devil 1976 here. Well, it has been well over a month since I last bought any action figures for the vintage Star Wars collection. And yesterday I had some time off of work, and I've been able to sell a few things on Craigslist and save some money and take a little trip over to Dallas to this vintage toy shop and get some really cool figures for the collection. So let me just quickly kind of show you what I got here, and then I'll go back and I'll show you individually. I was able to get a lot of them complete. The only one that didn't have his weapon was this guy right here, but I'll get to that later. Now, I was able to finish the Star Wars line with these two figures right here, with the Tusken Raider / Sand People and the Death Star droid. I was really lucky. I already had the weapon for this, as you know. I have the figure, but he was missing his head and his cape, but I still had his weapon and his body. And this one's in pretty good shape, not as good a shape as this one. And I was looking for a while for just a head and the cape, but was coming up empty-handed on it. So I decided just to find one without the weapon. I got a pretty good deal on it. And went ahead and just picked him up and completed the figure. Next was the Death Star droid. Now his finish is a little rough, but I think there's no major scratches on the silver finish. He just looked kind of dulled next to like a C-3PO or something, but he's got really good paint on the eyes and the shoulder pads, so I decided just to go ahead and get him. He wasn't all that expensive, so I added him. Removable limbs C-3PO here. Really good finish, very tight joints. At first I thought it was just a regular C-3PO because he didn't have the cargo net with the figure. And then I found this later on and was able to add it to this figure and get it completed, and he gave me a discount on that for me finding the stuff to complete the figure, so that was cool. Next was Forlom here. Again, really good paint job, and his coat is in really good condition, as well as his little chest harness. Cloud Car Pilot. Got both his little accessories, a blaster and the comlink. It's got a little bit of yellowing on the arms and legs, but it's not really that bad. The paint job on the helmet and the gloves and the boots are really good, so I decided to just go ahead and get him as well. Now for Return of the Jedi, I was missing a lot of the figures for Return of the Jedi, so I was able to put a really big dent in that list. As you can see here, the majority of the figures I bought was from Return of the Jedi. I think like 13 of the figures, yeah, 13 of the 18 I bought. So now this is the only one that didn't have his weapon, but he was really inexpensive and he was in really good shape. He's got like no scratches or anything on the back of his vest, which seems to happen a lot. His gloves and boots are really good. The face is really nice on him. So I just decided just to go ahead and pick him up, and I'll get him a blaster later. Han in his trench coat. It's a really cool figure. I never had this figure growing up, so it's kind of cool to finally have one, and I got really lucky. He only had one left, and this one is in really good shape. His coat's in really good condition. The paint job underneath is in real good shape, so looks like he was kind of unplayed with. B-Wing Pilot, again, really good shape. And he's got his little blaster pistol, which is really small, a lot smaller than I remember it being, because I did have this ST driver, and I forgot how tiny that little gun was, so I could see how easily those get lost. He's in pretty good shape, too. He's got a little bit of dirt on his shirt right there, but I'm just going to go back with the Q-tips and some water, just clean that up. But overall, these two are in really good condition. Chief Chirpa. And then here's all the Jabba guys. 88. No discoloration that I can see. He does have that little leg thing that happens with this figure, you know, get the twisted leg. But I have seen worse, and this one's in pretty good shape. He's got nice tight joints, so I was pretty happy to find this one. I got Clat 2 here. Again, really good luck on finding one with such a good loincloth or skirt or whatever the heck you want to call it. Usually I see them, they're all dirty and frayed and tore up, but this one seems like it's in really good shape. A nice looking Weequay. Probably went through a dozen of these figures to try to find one that I like. This one, you know, if you get a bunch of figures that are all priced the same, of course you're going to go through them and try to find the one that looks the best. So, Rancor Keeper. This is another figure I never had. Again, really lucky to find one that was all complete and had some really nice paint job on it, and I didn't really pay a lot for them, so I'm very happy about that. Bib Fortuna. Again, coat is in really good condition. Lando Skiffguard. And this figure I had growing up, and I'm really sorry I lost him. I don't know what happened to him, but I cannot find him anywhere. And this one's in pretty good shape. He's got a little bit of a scuff right there, but to be honest, with the rest of the figure, he's in really good shape, so I'm pretty happy with that. His little helmet. I loved this figure growing up just because he had that damn cool helmet, so I'm glad to have another one. Gamorrean Guard. Get him in a bit. Just kind of noticed his legs look like they're different colors. It's like he may have sat out in the sun a little bit too much on one side. But overall, still a really good figure. He doesn't have any chipped paint on the teeth or the horns, which seems to be a pretty common problem with this figure. But overall, looks really nice. It's a big figure too. And last is Squidhead. I think I had this one growing up too, but it's beyond me what happened to a lot of these figures. I think my parents may have accidentally given a box of toys away or something like that. But overall, he's in really good shape. The cape is in really good shape. His this other cloth skirt looks really good. So very, very happy with my purchase. Got some really nice figures at a really decent price, and should make some good additions to the collection I got going. So got a couple other things I'm going to show you. I picked up a Tauntaun as well, and then I was able to get a few guns that I was missing for some other figures. And then, oh yeah, I picked up a few Joes too. This is for my son. I've been reassembling all my old G.I. Joes for him, so when he turns 5 in a couple years, he can have them to play with. I didn't have a roadblock, so I picked up a roadblock. It's pretty cool. I was looking for an original one, they just didn't have any, and this one was only a couple bucks, so I figured I'd get it. And then Crazy Legs. He's not really like anything crazy special, but to be honest, I just really liked his uniform, so I just got him. I like that gray and that red combo with the black details, so I thought it was a pretty cool looking figure. And I didn't have a Cobra Commander, so I mean, you can't play G.I. Joes without a Cobra Commander. And I've never seen one in the black uniform before, so I thought that was pretty cool. And he's also got a hood instead of that goofy face mask that he always wears. I like the hood better. So We just got a few things for him. If I had more time to look through this huge freaking Rubbermaid bin of G.I. Joes they had, I probably would have looked, dumped the whole thing and looked through all of them, see if I could find some more, but I just ran out of time. And over here, let me show you my Tauntaun. Here's the Tauntaun I got. It's in really good shape. His harness is not broken, and the reins are good, and I just kind of stuck an extra Hoth Luke in there just for fun. Looks pretty good. So that's the first creature I got. They had a Rancor and a Wampa and a Jabba the Hutt, and I wish I had enough money to have gotten them, but I just didn't. And I came really close to getting out the debit card and buying the Rancor, but I decided just to wait, get a little bit more cash, save up for another month, and go back and get it. He said they have a tendency to stick around, so next trip we'll definitely be getting one of those. Let's see. And then here's all the figures that I own. I got them all based and displayed. I was really hoping to find a Darth Vader cape yesterday, but I didn't. I really need one for him and a lightsaber, but I was really hoping to find a cape. And then weapons, I got Luke X-Wing there. I got him his pistol. Admiral Akbar, I got his little baton, as well as General Madine. The Biker Scout, I got him his pistol. That was missing. Rebel Commando, I picked up a rifle for him, as well as IG-88. I was missing his long rifle as well. And I think, the Stormtrooper. Yeah, I didn't have his blaster, so I picked that one up. So, overall, I was able to complete a few figures. I still got a few that I'm missing guns for, but I'm hoping I could pick those up, and eventually, I'll get them. Probably the Princess Leia ones will be one of the more difficult ones to get, if not the more expensive ones. Especially this one. It might be cheaper just to buy a new one that's complete. So that is all I got right now. And I am so looking forward to saving up some more cash and taking another trip out there to this guy's store to buy a few more things. I have the rest of this week off, and I am so tempted to find a couple more things to maybe trade in there and get some store credit and buy that Rancor. But I don't know. We'll see. I may be doing another video here in a couple days with the Rancor, so that is all I got right now. And I am so looking forward to getting these things based and displayed. I think they'll look really nice in the case with the rest of the figures. And I should be able to take some of these figures out and rearrange them correctly now that I've finished the Star Wars line and pretty close to finishing the Empire Strikes Back one. So that is all I really got for now. Again, if you have any questions or comments, just let me know. And I will see you all next time. Thanks, everyone.